Hello and good day. This is the daily analysis, the TALA symbol on January 30th. After an aggressive upward move, the price recorded a historical high of 5,602. After that, smart money and major financial institutions started selling and taking profits, which resulted in a drop. Was an 11% drop in the price of TALA. Currently, after an aggressive downward move, liquidity is being collected around the support levels. If the price had closed below the 4,989 level, it could have reached even lower prices. However, since it closed within the range of the bearish candle, it is predicted that the price will have a short-term upward correction and enter the FVG zone at the 5,200 level, up to the 5,289 range. If it closes above the FVG area, it can continue its trend. It can continue its upward movement until it reaches the FVG 5,425 area. And if it closes above the 5,479 level, it is predicted that it could target its previous historical highs. But by examining the 1-hour time frame of the TALA symbol, we can observe the price movement. After an upward move, it entered a bearish phase and broke a market structure shift level. With a short-term correction, it entered the gap and FVG zone and continued its movement from this area. It continued its downward trend. If it had closed below the 4,989 level and settled lower than that range, it could have entered the FVG zone and ultimately targeted lower prices like 4,879. But currently, it is in a bullish phase, which is expected to continue. Liquidity is on the buy side. It collects liquidity from the trend line and moves upward, entering the range. A unicorn level could form, which, if identified during the bullish trend, in this range we can look for a trading strategy for a sell position in the market, toward the 5,013 target in the market. The entry point could be at the edge of the unicorn, from the 5,283 range up to the 5,344 range. And ultimately, with a risk-reward ratio of 1:1, 1:2, and up to 1:3, we can set the target for the gold movement. But if it closes above the unicorn range, the next range, currently, we have a significant order block supply zone identified at the 5,417 to 5,450 level, and if the market price successfully closes above this specific area, it could potentially set new historical highs. Based on our technical market analysis and current bullish momentum, 15-minute time frame, we can see the movement of gold's price, which after breaking 130 OCH, it had a correction to the upside and eventually broke a break of structure level at 5,095. And it is predicted that there will be a short-term rally to the upside. To collect the buy-side liquidity at the 5,185 level, and with a break of the 5,244 level, it could enter the unicorn zone or the order block zone at the 5,309 to 5,300 to 727 level. And in this area, after observing price action, we can enter a sell position. Also, if the price fails to break above the 5,186 level and moves down from this area, in the order block zone, if we identify price action, we can enter a buy position. Set the stop loss behind the swing at the 5,940 level or at the 50% mark of the order block at the 4,922 level. Set it for higher target levels or for a unicorn play in the market, based on the DXY personal analysis as predicted. The price had a short-term spike upwards, which, if momentum increases and the strength of the dollar index rises, it can reach the 97.461 zone and enter the gap area to fill it. However, if there is not enough momentum for the index to rise, it will not be able to go beyond the 96.860 edge at most. And from this point, it could enter a bearish phase and target lower price levels down to 95.550 and touch that level. Wishing you success in profitable trades.